Lose the hat. We're going to do this. Hello everyone. Little weekend video today. We're going to be talking about. I think the idea is that it's okay to be poor, and the idea behind this is the idea of you're poor, you can sort of go in any direction. You can sort of have every day will have a timeline, whereas if you're trying to break out from being poor, you don't really have a timeline. Monday to Friday is completely different. All it takes is one phone call in the evening. You spiral out. It's just so. What I'm saying is, it's okay to be poor, because people are like, I'm poor and I don't know what to do. And I'm like, well, then you should be trying to reach out, trying to up your value. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm poor. Like, they're like, oh, I can't afford anything. It's like, well, then, like, you should be like leveling yourself up like a gaming character, right? So I'm not saying it's okay to be poor, but it's okay to be poor in the sense that you can go in any direction. You can literally go in any direction. You've got nothing, so why not try? You know what I mean? Like, what they're going to do, take your nothing away? You know what I mean? Like, I think it's probably more about the mindset, isn't it? So the poor mindset. People who have the poor mindset, they have excuses, and they will just constantly use those excuses for any reason. Blame someone else. Skibbly dee. So, okay, it's okay to be poor but not have the poor mindset. Let's play that. Let's do this. I'm just coming straight off the dome here, so like I'm hearing these things out loud and I'm thinking, So, but then again, if you are poor, you haven't got any assets, you haven't got anything holding you down. Why not? If you think about it, people complain about 50 quid here, 50 quid there. Like, why don't you just go to put 50 quid in and try something out, like do Skillshare or something? I don't know, like learn a lesson. And if you've only got time, I tell you what, if you haven't got any time and you're poor, that's a tricky one. I wonder if maybe you're looking after someone. I've been there. That's rough, because you can't really go too far ahead without losing some responsibility that you've promised. But even there's still ways you can go about it. Like, perhaps when you're looking after someone, you can study. So there's always another step, and then once you've done that 6-week course or whatever, add that to your CV. You're always leveling up. Takes me to the next point. Is I don't know what people are doing when they get home, doing their 5 to 9. So when they get, let's say 6 to 9, when they get home, if you're just watching TV and Netflix, that's crazy to me. That's just bonkers. Life is short, and you're just sitting on your ass. That is just crazy. I will never know how you're not going home and wanting to increase your value, whether that's going to the gym, looking to, maybe you like hairdressing, and you like, maybe you need to watch YouTube videos for hairdressing. Perhaps you can argue that, but you could be reading reviews about equipment and all that sort of stuff. So, and you could build a business plan. That's your budget. Or do I need to become a hairdresser? Well, I need to rent a seat at hairdressers. I need to have the correct scissors. I know some scissors cost a lot of money. So, like, what do? Do you start off small, or do you save up for the big ones? Pros and cons there. Maybe start cutting friends' hairs, make a little sort of friend-free portfolio, and then or go back to college and go do a hairdressing course in college. It's definitely doable. A couple of evenings, or even I could do not even a college course. You can just do like a little. There are courses out there that will just help you, like just evening courses, and maybe there's something there to help you in that aspect of things. So I really, when I hear people saying, "Oh, I've been 10 years, I've been on minimum wage for 10 years," I'm just thinking in my head, have you learned anything? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you must have learned how to read mannerisms if someone's frustrated, you know, how to deal with a situation with people. I've worked at bars, I've been spat at, I've been, you know, it's all hustle and bustle in a bar, especially if you work in a rowdy one like I did, and you just, you just kind of, you pick up character, you know, ways to deal with people. Perhaps let's call it a loose script. You like, oh, this thing's happening again. All right, well, this last time this worked, so I'm going to play that script, and you go right, and or you just have no tolerance of it. You're like, right, out, you know, however you want to deal with it. And I really, so going on to these points, and it's like, I really struggle with people who won't do things for little money. Like, they go, all right, I'm not doing that extra half an hour thing for, you know, a $5. And again, if you're struggling for money, why not? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm making a tenner, but it costs me £5 fuel, and it's like, well, you make a $5 then. And then, like, isn't it funny how, like, people won't work for minimum wage, but minimum wage isn't actually minimum wage. Minimum wage, if you want the wage that you're actually getting, add about 30% onto that, because that's how much the company's paying for you. So, you know, if you want to get really frustrated, you can say, why is the government, you know, why is the company paying 30% more than what they're paying me to fees and all the rest of it? And that's government, you know, restricting on companies as well. So you know, minimum wage isn't actually minimum wage. It's kind of crazy if you think about it. There's so many costs that go into this. There's a lot of thankless jobs that companies with PAYE customer employees, you know, do. And obviously there are horrible companies out there as well. But yeah, if you're getting annoyed that you're not getting paid enough at work, but that you're not willing to do stuff for pounds or pennies or a $5 outside of work, you've really got to. So what else are you doing that's worth more than that $5? Do you know what I mean? And then you get the people that say, "Oh, I just want to live my life. I just want to." Yeah, but you can't live your life with no money. It's a tricky one, isn't it? Like, you can play that card, and you know, a lot. Is it Machiavelli who says you know, life's, I can't remember who it is. Is it Young? He says 50% of your life is just luck. So no matter how much you level up, you can only actually level up 50% of your life, and the rest is just luck, you know. So I probably said this story before, but I had a friend who bumped into a guy in I won't say a shopping centre, in a shopping centre, and bumped into him accidentally, started chatting to him, and now he's on 70 grand a year. So that's quite crazy if you think about it. So then I was talking to him, and he was miserable, and he was saying to me, like I've gone to college, I've done everything right, and then all I have to do is bump into the right person, and now I'm on 70k. Been on minimum wage his entire life. So that's kind of, I was like, wow, okay. And he's selling fake grass, 70k a year, because he bumped into a guy. But then you could argue during his whole time being on minimum wage, he's probably had been embarrassed. He's probably been, you know, had people be mean to him. You know, people not talk to him to right, respect gone and all that. So you could argue he's learned how to deal with these things. And when he met this guy, he could speak to him like a real person, have respect, and, you know, reciprocate his energy. And this guy was like, "Hey, take my business card." Took his business card, and yeah, now he's on good money. So, you know, you know, if you are on minimum wage, what are you doing to punch the ceiling? Punch the ceiling every day. Punch the ceiling. And people say, well, people are saying, "Oh, well, my punching of the ceiling isn't good enough." It's like, no, of course it's not good enough, because you punch the ceiling goes up, but then it comes back down. So you got to keep punching the ceiling. You've got to keep punching the ceiling. And punching the ceiling is maybe just going a little bit out of your comfort zone every day, and kind of just doing that a little bit extra. And when you find yourself procrastinating and you know, wasting time, that's the moment you just got to remind yourself and train yourself to try not to yawn, and you get better at that. to kick yourself at the butt. And this is what the gym is for me, is to get out and stretch my legs. I'm going to go to the gym now, nice early morning on a Saturday. It's leg day today as well, and I'm fasting. I'm doing a 36-hour fast, so gym and fasting. I'm going to be a bit lightheaded, but yeah, I don't know what to name this video. Like, it's okay to be poor. That's a bit clickbaity, but yeah, we go from there. Like and subscribe, guys. See you in a bit.